Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spar&Brawl. Hope you're having a decent day. So we have a little bit of a different setup right now because I messed up my computer and I don't have my usual video editing software and everything. But anyway, we still want to make some videos. And this tweet of Cenk, we just couldn't let it go. I mean, I had to just, I wanted to make a video because it reminds me of something particular, Sam. Let me know if you get the same vibe from it. So everyone has, of course, seen and read this probably when he asked Aaron Maté, Max Blumenthal, Glenn Greenwald, and Jimmy Dore. He doesn't think there's an issue that now he has like problems with everyone. Like soon he'll be like listing 10 people. But anyway, condemn this hideous and authoritarian corrupt actions of the Putin government. I'm not asking you if you want to bomb them, so don't strawman it. It's a layup. You might have condemned him already. Sam, immediately when I read this, it reminds me of, now you hear it a bit less because I guess thankfully there aren't so many like terrorist attacks that are related to they have some kind of Muslim background association. So it kind of reminds me, like whenever those happen, one of the main thing that people in the media do, especially more right-wing people, they just want like random Muslims or people who they think are Muslims to go around like condemning the attack. This is the vibe that I get from this tweet. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I agree. Yeah, I completely. I mean,
it's 100% right. It's like a right wing. It's common, right? Like in the right wing, they're like, so you don't condemn, blah blah blah. You don't condemn blah blah.
no,
We can't
no.
have a conversation.
I would say this is even stupider than that. But
Yeah,
okay, because usually, like, okay, you're from a certain community, and I disagree that you're at all responsible. Like a smiley Muslim in Los Angeles, why should he apologize for some Wahhabi in Pakistan? But but at least, okay, it's a Islamic community, blah blah blah. But
yeah,
here,
maybe.
this is just what trying to say that, I don't know what was the point of this is sad, but I think maybe the point of this was just to attract attention. He knew
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
come
And I
across
like
as.
how you use the word sad because some of the analysis, and I've said this a few times, have been like weird from them too. Going back to Cenk's original Palestine tweet about, it's all about God. And this one, I mean, like, it's the stupidest thing. Yeah, you know what? I condemn
And his
everyone,
origin,
like,
did you there's a video of him talking about the Syrian bombing was one of the big issues they had with Aaron Maté. So
yeah.
sorry I bring it up. But his original video about the Syrian thing was very nuanced, very good. Like, I don't look, there is some evidence, but I don't think so. The timing doesn't look, blah, blah, blah. Just seems okay. I mean, if they do what, like, this is,
I mean, it's so exactly like, okay, I condemn all
by the
world
way, I
leaders.
think, at
Most
least in
of them.
case of, because they keep saying Aaron Maté is apologist and blah blah. I've
Yeah.
seen Aaron Maté on Katie Halper show saying that Syria is a police state.
Yeah.
If there is no freedom of
No,
speech.
100%.
So I don't like, they
I mean,
already have.
should Cenk every single time that he talks about the US like condemn, like like
Yeah, that's
anytime
what
he's
Glenn.
like,
Well,
yeah,
I think you should
exactly.
get to the responses. Yeah.
Yeah. So Aaron Mathis, of course, like what goes on your dumb mind to make you think that would engage with you as if you're a serious person and not a McCarthyite smear artist who just lied through your teeth and claiming I'm paid by the Russians. Only thing out of your mouth about me should be retraction. But I think Glenn Greenwald really nails it
Yeah,
the
that's
most.
become a
He's like,
legendary response.
go fuck yourself, Cenk. I'm not here to jump through your little McCarthyite hoops and condemn things on demand. Like, that would have been, if that was me, I would have either say like a condemn all world leaders, plus you, I guess now because you're so fucking annoying. But I think Glenn's answer is the best. Like, fuck off. What do you mean? Why? Who the fuck are you
No,
randomly?
no,
You go, go.
I love that. Have you condemned the racist police? Have you seen
Yeah,
Chile? Or that's just like so specific. Yeah,
yeah,
but I must say, I mean, I didn't tell you this because I thought I'll leave it for the video, but I do have
yeah.
a problem with the Noam Chomsky quote.
Okay, good. Yeah, I read it once. Okay, yeah. So pretty much, sorry, we're not going to be able to. Can I? Okay, not. Ooh, damn. Okay, we can
A
still
bit of
barely
Zoom.
see it. but basically he's
He makes
saying
2 points.
yeah, go ahead then. Go ahead.
He makes 2 points. One is that well, I forget the first.
No, I know I think
Go ahead.
I don't remember it as 2 points. I just
it's because
yeah.
most of the current at the current time, most of the violence and, let's say, injustice in the world is
that's what it
caused by
says. For
US,
one thing,
right?
because it happens to be the larger component of international violence. That's the first
Right.
one.
That's fair enough. The second part, he says, I'm from US and this is the country I can affect mostly and most effectively. So it's just a question of, it's a moral question and a practical question, right? Am I correct? Am I summarizing it right?
Yeah. I'm trying to read it now, but that was exactly what I had gotten, that he's like, I can't do something about it. So even if the US was responsible instead of the majority, it would be that 2% that I would be primarily responsible for. So I think he's more saying that as an American,
sure,
right, I have more responsibility of condemning US actions. And it kind of goes like, even in the media, it's like that, right? I mean, it's much harder job to condemn your own government and what's going on in your country than talk about another country, because there are no repercussions.
I no, and in many ways I agree with that. It's just, I would add like, we live in a slightly strange world these days. And for example, I'm somebody who's not from US or from Europe, and I'm constantly criticizing their government. And I feel, maybe I'm wrong here. That's the question, actually. That's more question for you and maybe for the audience, whoever. That I feel like when the government policies of other countries also affect my life and my, let's say, people who also live in the country that I live in, they share the same citizenship. So I think in that case, which I don't think is the case, by the way, with Syria and Cenk Uygur, but I do think it can be like, I mean, like, otherwise I would be a hypocrite. Like in Chomsky's views, I should be focusing on internal problems of my own community and country, and I try to do that, and I agree with him. But then there is sometimes the censorship issue, first of all, in some countries. So it's easier to talk about other countries' things because you don't go to jail. Second is that sometimes, like, I used to, I don't know if I did that joke with you or with another friend of mine, but I would say, like, it's really odd to me that the American president has more, his policies, his actions has more effect on an Iranian citizen than somebody in Florida. But the one in, because the Florida, they have a state, it's a federal system, genuinely, like, I think maybe a mayor of city in China made the same joke, that the Chinese people should be allowed to vote instead of, like, for example, I just watched this video from Aaron Maté discussing the Syrian situation and how right now it's in a way worse than during wartime because of US sanctions, the fuel prices and all that. So if there is this type of situation going on, I think you're allowed to criticize or stand up to, or if you, for example, I love movies. If I see, for example, censorship in Russia just goes crazy, I would talk about that, even though I'm not Russian. My talk wouldn't have any effect. I would say that if you're a politician, it's a whole different thing because you're representing a state, you're representing an institution. But just as an individual, maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe I
no,
think
not at
Chomsky,
all. I think
Noam Chomsky is wrong, right? But it's just there are some practicalities and a more globalized world, maybe that. I just felt like a hypocrite because I agree with him.
No, not at all, though. I don't think so. And I don't think Chomsky would find what you're saying is wrong. I feel like Chomsky's is even like more like to the point and limited and justified. So it's like, even if this was like, even if I was like part of a smaller country and let's say not taking that into consideration, you were able to voice yourself. I think his point is that I even have a bigger responsibility towards my country, but I don't think he would, I don't think he would you would disagree with what you said, that yeah, in some countries and stuff, you might not even be able to say that, so you focus more on other countries. So I think it was just within this context the quote goes well. If not, I think you could add it. And I think Chomsky just wanted to be like, 100% go through all criticism. So be like, even if you think Venezuela is fucking everything up, I'm American. So above all, I want to, I can be responsible for this.
No, but I think there is a truth to his thing that sadly, I don't know, maybe that's, if you're Iranian, if you're Venezuelan, if you're American, it's better if everybody focused more on their own government's shit rather than, especially, obviously America and Western powers, which have such a big media infrastructure. Yeah, like you should try to do the thing that is most likely gonna have the best outcome, right? But yeah.
But I mean, the US is also
that,
weird
that's all. I just
in
wanted
any
to point.
case. Yeah, no, fair enough. And the US is just like such a crazy example, because just like that Chinese mayor apparently said, like he should have a vote in the election, because a US decision influences almost everybody in the world,
That, and look, I grew up with British and American television. I knew more about American, I know more about the details of American political system than I do about my own country or neighboring countries. Yeah, and it's just, so like maybe that's the issue, maybe in a way, but that's why sometimes you go on, like maybe Cenk, I doubt Cenk is like us, like he's more involved with Syrian politics than American. I've been following Syrian politics since Hafez al-Assad, but it's just I wanted to say I'm not free of that, so
yeah. No, fair enough. It's funny how you said the Hafez Assad thing, because one of Anna's like brilliant points was that Bashar al-Assad, his dad was president first, and then he succeeded.
Really? You're kidding me? It's a dictatorial system?
That was hilarious.
I really thought it was a multicultural democracy.
Anyway, to wrap this up, as soon as I saw this tweet, like straight away, like vibe of as soon as after there's a terrorist attack, there's like people left and right holding guns to people's head to like condemn this, condemn this or that. But okay, thank you very much for watching this video, people. Sorry for the new setup and everything. Hope it's okay, and we'll see you in our next video. Thank you.